Elders and Landmark have conducted their annual hay sale for September sale, and I've got Marc Braybon with me today. Marc, welcome aboard. You opened the sale here today and sold the first pen of Daisy Plains ewes, just short of the $300. Yourself would have been quite happy with that, and the client quite respectful of that?
Yeah, it was, yeah. It's always hard. Bloke in the first pen, he's got to take the chance on trying to set the day up as best he can, and yeah, they did. They sold well, and I think the plan at the start was that whatever price they made, it was always going to be a good one. Whether it was going to top the sale or not, it's always hard to say when you're in the first pen. So,
yeah,
you know.
The second pen, the Yardos, very renowned sheep. They've had two people get onto them, and they made an outstanding $358, which probably hasn't been seen in these yards.
No, repeat buys too. People that have bought them before. It's one thing these yards are consistent for is a lot of blokes come back and buy the same sheep that they buy year in, year out, and it just sometimes happens on years where they do have a bit of a duel and sheep make extraordinary prices. We've seen it before, and I don't doubt we'll see it again.
Yeah, the rest of those plain-bodied Elmer blood ewes have made sort of $250 upwards. That's pretty good money for where they were, although the yarding was quite outstanding. The sheep right across the 40 or 50,000 that you had here today was quite exceptional for the year that you've experienced.
Even old ewes, Murray, that have reared lambs and had lambs weaned off them probably only a month ago, they're in exceptional order. I think you made the comment before about the older ewes being upwards of 30 kilos when they hang them up. So the sheep out here, they've been looked after, and blokes do set them up for this sale so that everyone can turn up and see sheep that are in good condition, even though the season, we've only had rain at the right times to grow a bit of feed, and then it's been dry, and sheep do well when it's dry.
Yeah, the slightly, go back into the 18 drop ewes, the slightly later drop 18 drop ewes with and more of the wool type sheep, they've made consistently 220 to 250.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they're pretty much around the early 200s, which you know, on this sale, a lot of blokes will come and buy the big plain body ewes, but also there's blokes coming back more and more, and there's more and more sheep in this sale that are getting their wool types back on them, and you know, there's blokes coming up here to buy sheep that are going to be consistently sort of high 19s, early 21 micron, and beat that, you know, through to an older ewe. So they're doing that, and those sheep are selling well. They're starting to get a real name from some.
Yeah, the 15, 16 drop ewes, the 3 and 4 year olds, they sold very well, and probably within $20 or $30 of where the younger sisters had sold the 18 drops.
Yeah, they were in exceptional order as well. Again, they were big and fat and bloomy, and they had them ready to join. So yeah, they did do a good job. They lined them up well, and they sold well.
Yeah, the age mutton down the back, the calves for age 5 year olds. The processors put a very, very strong floor in that. You know, my estimation's somewhere about the average of 240, 250 a kilo.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, they would. Well, yeah, they're talking.
That's 540. I'm sorry, 540, 550.
They're talking mid to early 5. So yeah, they were good. The Fletchers were very strong. Wagstaff right behind them, buying a few sheep. Their job was good. They put a strong floor in it for the sheep that were in good condition and going to yield. There would have been a lot of mutton over there that would have been sort of 26 to 30, 3 or 4 kilos, and sold accordingly, making from what the butchers were all 155 to 185. So it was a good solid yarding of older ewes that sold well. There was plenty of them that went back to the paddock, but yeah, the mutton boys did put a solid floor in it, which was surprising considering where the mutton job's been. But it's all, they come out here, they buy numbers, they can hold them and kill them. We don't know where it's going to go next season. Sheep in the condition that they are out here, I don't think we're seeing a lot of them.
Weather lambs here today, weather lambs presented very, very well. There was hardly any of the winners. What we actually saw was, was some Sean Weathers that made upwards of $140 odd dollars.
Yes,
which $150 odd dollars, and then the woolies, they were up there, and most of them sort of $120 to $135.
Consistent. All the weather lambs in the yard, in some abattoirs, were all good enough to kill. They all had condition on them where they could have been killed if need be. But Also, there's blokes looking at fail crop and things like that too, so they want to get some money back out of it. And the merino lambs out here are bred well enough that they're gonna get them to 25 or 6 kilos if they look after them, and they're going to cut a couple of fleeces of wool and do it all before the lambs cut their teeth. So there's blokes finding that they're making good money and good returns out of the weather lambs out here every year, and they're consistently coming back to buy them, so they did sell well.
Yeah, we spoke about the quality of the yarding. The comment was made to me today that a lot of the sheep that stepped off the truck here today, they had a fair value on their back, purely because of the cost to get them there.
They did, yeah. There's plenty of blokes with high hopes for the prices in this sale, and I think it's met everyone's expectations. There was a lot of high $200 about for young maiden ewes. Weather lambs have sold well. Auctions Plus was putting a bit of a price in everyone's mind about what sheep could make, and I couldn't see where anyone, unless they came in with over-exorbitant ideas, I think that everyone would walk away pretty happy with the result on today's sale.
Yeah, and the announcement was made today that there'll be no October sale.
I don't think there is. There are sheep in here today that we always have for our October sale, but I just think that we're going to struggle for numbers. I mean, I might be wrong, that things could change, things do in this job, but I know of probably half a dozen lots of sheep that generally are there for October, but they're here today.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks, Mark. That wraps it up here at Hay. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage from out of here. And we do thank Shanahan's Livestock Transports for supporting these videos. They've got bases in Wodonga and also at Toowoomba in southern Queensland. So until we meet again in the sheep yards at Jerilderie at Swan Hill next week, Swan Hill and Witchy Proof will bid you farewell. Murray Arnel reporting for Sheep Central.